Hi guys, this is Just with a quick message before we get started. Right now, I'm offering a 2-question reading. All you have to do is click the link below. No hassle, no fuss. Click that link, make your quick payment, and immediately you'll be scheduled for your reading. And that's it. If you're interested, you know what to do. Click that link below. Yeah, and we'll set something up real soon. Otherwise, on with your reading. Take care, guys. Hi Taurus, this is Just with your December 15th to December 31st singles love reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So Taurus, this is going to be a little look inside the lives of you single Tauruses. For some of you, this will resonate, and to see what's really going on. Now, it's singles that's recently been single, that's been single for quite some time, and those of you who are in a transitional phase, okay, like you're more single than you are in a relationship, but you know, it's one of those things where it's kind of yet to be final. So you're kind of included in that as well. And it looks like someone was kind of, some of you were not really going to tolerate something. Something wasn't being tolerated, okay? And someone was trying to butter you up, or you them, okay? Someone was trying to, I feel like they were trying to, like, butter you up. And some of you have been very adamant about something you're not going to tolerate. And either you got to, sorry, I apologize, I love you, don't do this, that sort of thing. I don't feel like it's working. No, it didn't work. You cut them off, or they cut you off. But I do see out of the midst of, there just looks to be like there was something where two people were not on the same page. Someone probably wanted you to be something that you weren't, something that you're not going to tolerate. And I'm speaking more specifically to Taurus women. Taurus men, you may have found that to be the case as far as the opposite, the significant other of yours. But there was this not tolerating something, and therefore it being cut off. I feel like a lot of you have been thinking, particularly my Taurus ladies, you've been thinking about this person, and there is this feeling of like someone's been making you happy at a time. You may be thinking about the times when things were good and how good the person has made you feel. And I feel that with that, even though the person made you feel good and you know that they loved you, and either they've been taking a break from you, like they just kind of cut out, that sort of thing. It's like some of you, if you can relate to this, when the person's kind of walking away from the commitment, you're now starting to move forward slowly but surely. Some of you are opening yourself back up to the possibilities of what is out there. Now, for some of you, it may be someone that's familiar. It may be someone that is completely different from that person that you've just been with. But it's someone that's far more mature, knows what they want. They're very much a stern person. Could be very far older than you, very mature, far more mature than the person that you were with. And they may have daughters. This person may have 2 grown adult daughters, that sort of thing, like, and they party a lot, that sort of thing. But there is this feeling like this person is kind of right up your alley, because you wanted that last person to be kind of like this person, very mature, know what they want, settled, that sort of thing. So I do feel like you're going to allow yourself to at least be friends toward this new gentleman. For some of you that can relate to that, I feel like you've done everything that you could do with this past relationship, and you've just literally have gotten no real equilibrium with that person, and I feel that a lot of times it's been shrouded in that intimate connection, but it's not crossed its way to the emotional side. Like the person has just been kind of like walls up when it comes to firm commitment with you, but usually kind of comes around for intimacy, that sort of thing. And the reality is that with this past person, it was an infidelity going on for a lot of you. It could, for some of you, have been that the person was working. They chose their work over you. They chose family over you. They chose something else, which doesn't necessarily mean that it was another person, but something else was in conjunction with you, and that was a bit problematic. And so it looks like what cannot be avoided is that there is a heartbreak here. There's definitely trying to get on the other side of that separation from that person. Be very careful. For some of you that are single, make sure that you're living your authentic self, that when you are moving forward, that you're doing so in a way that isn't going to hurt someone out there, because you know how sometimes hurt people will hurt another person. So if you are hurt, then you have like this, I don't care about anyone, you know, I just care about me, and you know, basically healing myself. And you can find yourself doing the exact same thing that someone did to you. So be careful with that. For some of you, others of you, I feel that just know if you're ready. Don't prematurely go out there, because you may, you know, call in the exact same person that eventually, you know, will, you know, just detach and move on from you after a while as well. Okay. So I would say definitely be very conscious with yourself to ensure that if you're moving forward, that you're really ready. And for some of you that can relate to that older gentleman or that very mature person that you're kind of starting to allow yourself to befriend, be very careful with that. You know, don't look for that person to be the savior in your life, because he may be, again, the next extreme, you know, so someone that's extremely controlling and unemotional, and where the person you came from could have been very much charming, a charmer, and you felt like it was to some extent insincere. This other person could be that extreme of very controlling, unemotional, dictating. Yes, you know, if you're together, you're together. And yes, you know, if he's doing something for you, he's going to do it. But, you know, the part that you received from the previous person, you may not get from this person. And I feel like some of you would like a middle ground. Maturity with someone that will love you and be passionate toward you and affectionate and all that stuff. So there is a middle ground that you're looking for. So just be careful there. I do see toward the end of December, for some of you, there's going to be like a complete turnaround. Like something out of the blue will cause, and again, it could have something to do with the holidays. Like out of the blue, you may get invited to someone's home, okay, and meet this gentleman that I'm speaking to you about, as far as like those very strong characteristics. You may meet that person there. Some of you, again, out of the blue, may go out with girlfriends, and you may meet someone. Okay, some of you can travel. You've been saving money so you can travel to hang out with girlfriends, meet up with people from, you know, home and that sort of thing. And I feel like traveling, if that's what you're planning to do, will be a good thing. I keep getting 2 women, so it's like a threesome. You and 2 of your girlfriends, you, your mom, your sister, you know, that sort of thing. Guys, I feel to be very careful of how you're communicating with women in your life. Be very honest with them. Be very direct and let them know if you are in a relationship, then you should say that. And I know this is singles, but it also speaks to those of you who in your mind believe that you're single, even though you're not necessarily single. So if you're entertaining other people, honesty is the best policy, because I do feel like for some single Tauruses, that is lacking. A level of honesty is not necessarily there. There is some distrust, and that could be the reason why there's all of this separation, or there will be some heartache coming up. But I feel like this is energy that's happened already, because what's the next energy that's going to be happening is this event, going out, trying to spend time with friends and females, and perhaps meeting someone, like I said. But this person, I feel, whoever this new person will be, I feel you may feel like that's what I need, a mature person, but down the line you'll realize that no, in fact, this isn't necessarily what I need. But again, if you really feel like this is something you need, you may find yourself for a period of time traveling, because I feel like this person will be at a distance for you, so traveling to go see them and that sort of thing. Men, I feel that there will be a lot of females around you. But you will be taking on more of a paternal energy. You may meet a lot of women that are very immature, that wants to party. Doesn't matter how old they are, but very immature and wants to party, and not necessarily on the same wavelength as you. Okay, so that's kind of what I see as far as singles are concerned. I would say that this month shouldn't be anything that necessarily some of you would think that, oh, a great grand relationship would come out of it. I feel it'll happen down the line, but it's nothing that's gonna like knock your socks off as soon as you see someone. I feel like everyone's kind of taking step by steps, sifting through old relationships that, you know, really was a heartbreaking situation. And some of you are actually going through the process of divorce, I can see. So that is that transitional phase. I see some of you are in that phase of divorce, and there may be like, okay, the kids are deciding to spend time with the other parent rather than you, which will be a shock. Okay. Yeah, and it may almost be like a sneaking off, like you guys didn't even tell me that you were planning on going to see your parent, you know, that sort of thing. And so you're kind of left on your own during the holiday season. Okay. So that's what I have for you guys. And if you are, don't wallow. Try not to wallow. I understand how that could be a lot to deal with. You know, you're going through a divorce and everything is kind of new, and now the kids are not wanting to be around. They kind of want to leave. And I know that could be a bit much, but the best thing you could do for yourself, as per the advice, is to make sure that you go out, be around others, you know, and you can initiate it. If you're receiving invitations to go someplace, accept it. I know it's very difficult as a Taurus to just change your mind and say, okay, I'm not going to do this. But if you know, if you can push yourself out there to kind of do something a little bit different, do that. Or, you know, invite yourself someplace, ask someone if there's something, you know, that they have going on, and maybe you can come out. And that's how you can kind of like, you eliminate possible disappointment and feeling a bit down around the holiday season. And I hope some of you are not going to be sick, because I do see that some of you may be in the bed, perhaps nursing a cold, that sort of thing, around that time as well. So that's what I have for you guys for the 15th to the 31st. I hope that this has been helpful for some of you singles out there, one step at a time, guys. And if you would like a more in-depth reading for some of you who want to look more into your single life, I have a 2-question promotion going on right now in the description box below. All you have to do is click on the link, make the quick purchase, and we'll set you up immediately for your reading. If you want something a little bit different, you can reach me in my email via the description box below and the beginning and end to this video, and we can set something up. And if you're new to this channel, welcome, 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 and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Taurus.